to Friends from Africa for Africa podcast. My beautiful name is Dorcas Amwale.
And I'm Lino Boage.
And this is where we have conversations that impact change.
Across Africa, this is where we have the conversations that are mind-blowing. We're pushing the envelope, and welcome back here.
Episode number 2, Colorism in Africa.
Drum rolls, please. Can we get some African drums on it?
Mm-hmm.
Colorism in Africa.
In Kenya, most especially. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Breaking Through is the film that we did last, and it was based on colorism. And you being the main actress, Sita,
Yes.
kindly take us through how the whole experience was.
Uh-huh.
I know we have many sitters out there, but
Mhm.
how was it?
How was it? First off, let me say a big congratulations to you on writing it. A very powerful
Big
piece
Congratulations to us all
as well for doing it.
for doing it.
Playing Sita was absolutely beautiful. It was phenomenal. I enjoyed it. I know I carried the stories of so many young girls out there, dark girls, who are wondering, how do I make it through and come out of this box where I'm being told I'm not enough, I'm not beautiful enough because of my skin color, my skin shade. Let me tell you, honey, you're beautiful. And so playing Sita for me was therapeutical because it spoke to the younger me.
Fantastic.
Like, baby girl, you're good, you're fine. For the number of times you're looking into the mirror and you're thinking, I'm not okay. Sita was that girl for me. She's the girl I needed at that time.
Yeah.
I can't say I've experienced colorism directly per se because I did have a great environment around me. However, I know there's so many girls out there, so many Sitas out there, so many of them. So I did enjoy playing her, and I hope when they're watching her, they'd feel, yes, I'm gonna break through.
And I think it's very important just to mention all shades do matter.
Absolutely.
We're not leaning so much on a one type. We're not leaning so much on maybe dark skin.
Yeah.
Because we need to understand that all shades do matter.
Yeah, we do recognize that. However, we also need to recognize that there's one that is disproportionately affected,
Very true.
leading to a health crisis that we are not ready to talk about. You know, when we're talking about colorism online, we're all in our feelings, but can we get into the health sector of it?
Pocket.
The pocket aspect of it.
Yeah.
How does it affect us economically? How does it affect these other spheres of life away from our feelings? Our feelings are hard, yes, but then how does it trickle down to other things?
The confidence, let's talk about the self-esteem that it starts when you are very young. You know, the other time we were just talking about the chongonos that were there when we were growing up. Didn't realize that it's a trauma that you're building.
It's a trauma that you're building.
And then growing up realizing I'm missing on opportunities because of my shade. You're missing on the money or the bag.
Yes.
because of your skin tone. It's not even.
It's not fun. It's not a funny situation, and we also have to recognize the biases. Now that you're saying going back to our younger selves, the biases that we've grown up with. What are our teachers and parents at home? What are
aunties?
What are our aunties known for the longest
The grown-ups
time?
around us, you know, what
Yes.
the grown-ups around young kids, what are you doing to build their confidence? What are you doing to ensure that their self-esteem remains strong? How do you build resilience among them? How do you make them know that you are beautiful? Don't care about the skin. Don't put a lot of effort trying to make your skin look like the other person, because you are also okay. You are beautiful. How are you building resilience? How are you building the confidence around those kids? Because that is very important. Just the other day we saw the BBC story in Nigeria where parents are bleaching kids as young as 2 years. So what are you as a grown-up doing to ensure that this kid knows that they are okay? Let's not forget that this bleaching, let us not forget that these bleaching creams have, you know, the ingredients that are coming with it. They have very harmful things. They have very harmful ingredients, you know, that tend to affect your health, tend to affect your kidney. Just a disclaimer: we're not dermatologists, so we can't come out and say that they have A, B, C, D kind of ingredients and that they are affecting your skin in this type of way. Maybe in future we'll be having a dermatologist just to explain more on what the effects of these skin bleaching materials, of these creams, the products, what they're doing to your skin, even inside, inside your organs.
For sure. How they get into you, how they seep into your body.
And the effects that they do have. So that was a very crazy story, you know, and even the comments that were coming out were very
painful, just to recognize that under 2 you're not even giving a child the choice to think whether they're beautiful or not. And we hope that through breaking through we can be able to break through some of these biases that we have and stereotypes that we've grown with all across. So yeah, and I think there's some statistics that we have that are absolutely shocking. Now that we are bleaching kids at 2, I wonder what grown-ups
Oh
who
my
or
goodness.
teenagers who've been told they're not beautiful enough are doing online. How do they access this?
And I think the worst thing is that now this is so much online.
Yes.
This is so much on the internet. Just the other day, I think you're sending me something. It's like a trend that is going online that you realize that at the end of the day, I'm the one who is feeding a family of how many people. I started bleaching my skin, then I realized, oh, it's not good. Then again, after 2 years, you realize, but this is my source of income. My body, my skin is my source of income in one way or another. Just go watch that TikTok trend. And it was so painful to realize that, I just have to do it to feed my family. I have to do it to feed my kids. And I'm like, what is it that you're preaching to, especially young kids, especially teenagers, who are easily affected, who are easily influenced with whatever is happening online. And the bullying is not even making it good,
easier.
for them.
It's not making it easier for them, considering they're growing up in a social media age where they get to see all this. More often than not, you see creators who are darker rising online and they get bullied. They'll be told they're not beautiful enough. They'll be told that you need to do more and extra. Hata si msupu. But kids having those phones and going through these comments and you building this bias that their skin color is not beautiful might end up looking for these products, and that's how we get.
And they are easily available.
For sure.
Let me just say they are relatively cheap. So finding them or just coming across these products, it's not even not that hard. I think just last year the skin lightening industry was stipulated to get to $11.8 billion. I think that is that was the overall profit. And what does this mean? This means even these products are easily available. So the chances of your teenager or a kid or even just you coming across them is very easy. And as we continue to build this conversation around colorism, as we continue to build this confidence among each other, I want to know what you're doing in your small circle. It starts with just a small circle. It doesn't have to start from somebody famous or somebody big. It just has to start from your small circle. What are you doing to make a difference when it comes to colorism? And just you've just mentioned something about you haven't experienced colorism directly. What helped you to build that resilience around it? What made it that when you grow up, people are telling you, oh, there's something wrong with your skin, and you're like, okay, is there something wrong with my skin really?
No, I think one thing that helps is the environments we've been raised, and you've mentioned it a number of times, that what are you doing in your small circle as aunties, as moms, as now you're hearing parents are the ones bleaching their children, while parents need to be the ones building resilience. In my case, I had my dad, and my dad countless times reminded me that you're beautiful. Your nappy hair is okay. Your skin is fine. Your skin is mine. We are fine, okay? There's nothing wrong with you. And that constant reminder, even when the world was trying to tell me otherwise, I had a place to go back to and say, okay, you know what?
Even if I cry,
I have a circle of friends who believe I'm beautiful. You as a friend as well, just showcased in the film Breaking Through.
Why don't you see yourself the way we see you? We who care for you. We who love you.
Played a great role in not even ever trying to have that conversation with me. It was just like, you're okay, you're fine.
Okay.
There's
Come
nothing
on.
wrong with
There's
it.
nothing wrong with it. There is nothing wrong with your skin. You don't need to change it.
You don't need to change it. And so the friendship played a key role. Simply environment. So when you're out there and we're hearing reports that parents we need to probably deconstruct and these stereotypes from our grandparents. Because in Nigeria, you'd hear there's a very personal story on BBC, by the way, talking about grandma preferring a baby who's lighter. So mom decided, just for the kids to feel okay, we need to lighten their skin. One time for sure, I did feel the pressure. I'm not gonna lie to you. My friend and I were walking in town and thinking, hey, maybe we could swallow some pills and lighten from the inside such that the glow comes outside. It's a pressure that happens. It's something that is happening out here. So if anything, I'd say the environment that I went to fall back to in my thoughts, the words from my dad, my friendships, made a difference. And that's how you build resilience. And that's what we need to do. And we're just preaching. Breakthrough. Let's break through these conversations and break the stereotypes as well and the biases completely.
And it starts with the people around us. It starts with the environment that you're in. So you as an individual, what are you doing to ensure that the other person feels okay, feels welcomed, feels that they can do more than they think, even with their skin.
Yeah.
So be part of that person, or be part of the bigger group that is making the difference, even with the other people.
For sure.
Preach the gospel of it is okay with your skin color, not the other not the other gospel of you need to change your skin to fit a certain group of people.
Yeah.
And also will say, I haven't experienced it so directly, but through my friends, through a number of people now, through talking to different people and coming up with this short film, sitting down and say, can we write this film? I think speaking to a number of people out there, you realize that, wow, it's there, it's real, it's people are experiencing colorism from different industries, all across, it cuts across. People are experiencing, people are missing opportunities because of their skin color.
And this is an open invite to anyone who's experienced colorism, not within the industry that we are well known for or where we come from, because that's our area of practice. But in your area of practice, have you experienced colorism at any particular point? How was it? How has colorism affected you? Whether you're on the extreme end or this other end or in between, just come through. Have you bought makeup and then you it's not your skin shade and you're like, oh, we're not as inclusive as we thought? Drop your comments, even for the men. I do know for sure there are men who are experiencing some prejudice that if you're in this color, you're a mama's boy and you're not worth enough. And there are those conversations. So come through and then drop your comments in the comment section.
Yeah, and let's continue pushing this agenda. Let's continue pushing the conversation. It is Color Me Confident.
Color Me Confident.
That's the hashtag, through Color Me Confident. Let us help each other get through this.
Sure.
Continue with this conversation on and on. On our social media platforms, we will continue having this conversation and see what are some of the solutions that we can come up with. As small as we are, as a small group as we are, as individuals, what are we doing to make a difference? This is where we have conversations that impact change. Remember that. So let us keep up this conversation
all across Africa, because the markets across Africa are selling skin bleaching products from Nigeria all the way to South Africa. We see you.
The conversation continues. Color Me Confident is the hashtag. Colorism is the main conversation on our social media platforms, that is Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. Also if you are watching and on TikTok. And if you're watching and you haven't subscribed to the Rafiki Afrika channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you'll be part of the Friends from Africa for Africa podcast.
Absolutely. That's a wrap. Talk to us right here.
Bye-bye. Till next time. My beautiful name, Dorcas Omole.
And I'm Lina Borge.